Turn that on as low as it can go. Now that right there looks just like bread to me. Carnivore bread. In today's video, I'm going to be making some chicken noodle soup. My wife is sick, and you guys know me by now. I only use natural ingredients that help the body heal. God has given us everything that we need to get better. It's just up to us to consume it. Now the flu has been going around, so she's feeling bad, so I'm going to make some of that chicken noodle soup, and I'm buying the things I'm putting in this on purpose for specific reasons to help inflammation go down and all that stuff. So I'm going to show you what we're going to buy, and I'll show you how we make it. We already have some garlic at home, so we don't need to buy any of this. I think I'm going to skip on the onions this time. I'm going to be eating this too, and onions can mess with my reflux. So we're going to get some organic bay leaves, pesticide-free basil, and some Italian parsley. I always try to stay organic as much as possible to stay away from those pesticides, and we love some green onions. These onions right here have never caused me issues with reflux, so I always like this in things like chicken noodle soup. I'm going to get some organic carrots. I've already got ginger at the house, but this is really good for your digestive system, and they also consume this a lot for like motion sickness and stuff like that, so I already got some at the house, but I just wanted to show you that. There's no organic celery, so I'm just going to get one of these and wash it. Since this does have noodles in it, I'm going to show you the ones to buy that's not full of all that extra junk. So I always look for this brand right here. They have different types. Let's see which one we want to go with today. 28% egg. You got that right there, 28% egg, and then that's just wheat. That brand right there. You can also get this brand. This is one of my favorites as well. There's nothing wrong with this at all. This is more natural ingredients as well. Just 2 ingredients, and that's it. I'm going to link this down below. That way, if you can't find it in the stores, you can still get it. So one of the most important things of this is the broth itself. Now, I like to read the ingredients. Now, that's not a lot of ingredients, but natural flavor. Try to stay away from that. The best brand that I've found so far is this one right here. This is Kettle on Fire. This is all kinds of natural stuff. Chicken bone broth, water, chicken bones, onions, carrots, fennel, leeks, apple cider vinegar. Yep, all natural. That's why I always say read your ingredients, because natural flavor is, imagine that something says naturally flavored banana on there. It's going to taste like banana, but there's no bananas at all in that. They put something together that make it taste like banana, but it's not actually banana. So natural flavor, they put that on there so they don't have to tell you what's in it. So always read your ingredients list. So I'm going to make some carnivore bread with this because, you know, like I say, I gain a lot of weight when it comes to too many carbohydrates. So I got this cheese here. They're out of the ones in the deli, and let me show you why I picked this one. Make sure if you're buying in this section, read your ingredients. Pasteurized, part skim milk, cheese cultures, salt, and enzymes. Let's just say I would have picked this one right here. Look at all that crap in there. What, silicone dioxide? I don't know. We're not getting it though. That one bag is $42. That's crazy. Just got back home, and now I'm going to start making the bread. The carnivore bread. This is a bread that's not going to make you bloat. It's not going to make you feel sleepy and all that. You know, that crash that you get from carbohydrates and things like that. I never enjoyed that feeling. So if you are missing bread, you're on carnivore keto, make sure you watch this next part, and then I'm going to make the chicken noodle soup after that. So now we're just going to separate the white from the yolk. So in my mixer, I'm going to put the whites, and then over here, I'm going to put the yolk. Don't throw the yolks away. That's one of the most nutritious parts of the egg, and we're going to use that for something. This part's going to take a while, so I'm just going to speed through it. So now we're going to save this at the end. And then we're going to take this, I'm going to start prepping the chicken noodle soup, and then I'm going to show you how to make this and make that cheesy garlic type of bread. It's really good, so make sure you stick around for that. So I want to get some carrots, and then I want to get those celery sticks and the onions, and I'm just going to cut them up into small pieces and get those prepped for the soup. I'm going to speed through this as well. Now, I'm a carnivore plant-based type of person, so I'm going to be using some Kerrygold butter to start it off. But if you don't like using butter or anything like that, get you a One Origin cold press olive oil. It's very, very good. I'm going to link this in the description box and the first pinned comment under health and wellness, along with all the other things I showed you. So the chicken that I was using, it was frozen. We grabbed out chicken wings earlier, so we had to just put that in the oven. I was going to fry it, but I'm just going to, you know, bake it and then use it in this as like a shredded chicken. I didn't season it yet. I'm going to season that at the end, but now I'm just going to make the garlic, get that going, and then I'm going to add the veggies and then add the stock and let it go low and slow for a little bit. Now, if you don't know my story, I had fatty liver disease, GERD, Barrett's esophagus, and gastritis. Had all kinds of issues going on, 9 in total, and nothing was working that I was doing. You know, I was listening to the doctors and everything like that, but then I started doing my own research, and once I started listening to doctors like Eric Berg, Ken Berry, Anthony Chafee, Sean Baker, I started to get better. So this whole page is just dedicated to showing people like yourself that you can heal naturally through food and, you know, lifestyle changes. So God has given us everything that we need to get better. So I'm just going to put that stock in there. And if you got to add a little water, just add a little bit of water. And I'm just going to add some bay leaves to that. So I'm going to add some basil to that. I know that's a lot, but I really love the flavor of it. I'll be taking that and the bay leaves out of it before I eat it. So I'm sorry in advance for the people that's following along. I decided to add some mushrooms to this as well. So before I add salt or pepper or anything like that, I'm just going to let that go low and slow for a little while, and then I'll add that later. So now I'm going to add the noodles. It only takes these noodles like 9 minutes to get done. And then I'm going to start adding the chicken here in a second. I'm going to shred it, season it, and then add that in. So now I'll just get that shredded chicken out, pull it out of the oven. Now I'm going to season that with some diagnoses. I'll always use a good mineral salt. So I normally use Redmond, but I've been trying this one out and I like it pretty good so far too. So just season that with some mineral salt. Now we take some organic ground turmeric. This is to help fight inflammation. And then as a binder to get that turmeric activated and take it to another level, use some black pepper. Now as soon as we mix this together, we're going to want to wash our hands because that turmeric will stain your hands. I'll also add some cayenne pepper, but I won't do that to the end. And there's so many health benefits to cayenne pepper that it's just honestly too many to put into one video. It's pretty crazy. So now just going to add this to the pot. And now I'll just season that with some more mineral salt in the pot. Turn that on as low as it can go, and now I'm going to make the carnivore bread and we're ready to go. That egg mixture, put it down in here. Then I'm just going to beat those eggs until it has soft white peaks, but I'll show you what it looks like. You're going to see it start to foam on the sides, but you're not done yet. You want that looking almost like a custard. So you can see that it's starting to get thicker, so let's turn it down and see what we got. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, almost right. It's not quite yet. It needs to be a little bit more stiff, but only about 30-40 more seconds, and I'll show you what it looks like again. All right, so I'm going to call that good. Okay, stiff peak. So now all you have to do is take this off. And now this is where we're going to add our seasonings and stuff. I forgot to hit record, but we added that whole thing of Parmesan cheese in there. Then I added some more mineral salt, and now we're going to season with the diagnoses. This is all natural ingredients. So now we're just going to take some of that mixture there and scoop it up and put it in our air fryer. And this is actually the first time that I tried this. I seen it online and I figured I'd give it a shot. And if it's an epic failure, we'll see it together. I'm going to take the rest of this and bake them in the oven and see which one I like better. So now we're just going to take that, pop it in the air fryer, hit start. We're going to go 350 for about 10 minutes to see where we're at. Alright, so we're done. Looks pretty good to me. Let's see, no cuts, what it looks like over here. Hey man, those look really good actually. So for the ones that are baking, I want to take those yolks from earlier. I'm trying to do this one hand right now. But looks good to me. Now let's take some of that and put it on the carnivore bread. It's insane how good these look. So I'm going to take some of that wash, put it right on top of them. Now I'm just going to take just a little bit of diagnoses, sprinkle it on top, but these things smell amazing. Now I'm just going to put this back in here for probably just another minute or two. Now that right there looks just like bread to me. Those are great. I ain't even lying just because I made it. But look at that. It's got the texture bread. I don't know if that's showing very good in the camera or not, but dude, that tastes great. So let's go try the one in the oven. Okay, so my personal opinion so far is it looks more like bread inside of the oven, and when you pull that apart, that's what it looks like. Now taste test and I'll tell you my honest opinion about which one's better. Both of them taste amazing. I like the air fryer crunch better, but I like the puffiness better of this. So if I could figure out the right amount to put into the air fryer, I think I'd rather go with that one. But that right there is how you make a good carnivore bread. So now everything is ready. Just going to take some of this right here. And that right there is how you make you an all natural garlic style bread with all natural chicken noodle soup, none of the junk in there. I'm going to give this to the wife. Man, that is so good. Yeah, air fryer is the way to go, 100%. So that's it for this one. I want to add a little cayenne pepper to mine, but I'm telling you, once you start eating real food, you start to get better. Just this year alone, my results from January 1st to like January 28th, this is a picture. And if it can work for me, it can work for you too. Right here is a message of one of the people that's in my private group that is trying these things that I'm talking about, and she has already lost a lot of weight. So if you want to join that absolutely free community of people who are just trying to get better, we talk, share ideas with each other, that's going to be in the first pinned comment and in the description box below. I'm also going to have everything that I used in health and wellness, which is a link in the first pinned comment. So if you haven't heard my story before, please check out the homepage and it'll explain why I started living like this. And I also have that playlist if you want to check it out and follow along and see the results of everything that I talk about working on the inside of my body. So if this video has given you any value at all and it encourages you and gives you a little bit of hope, leave it a like. Turn on that notification bell, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.